Go to Mr. Allen when you're completed.
Thank you. Chairman Mulvaney, Ranking Member Chu, and members of the subcommittee, I am Thomas Jacobs, AIA, Principal at Crick & Sexton Architects, an 11-person architectural firm based in Chicago, Illinois. I would like to thank you for the opportunity to testify today on behalf of my firm and the American Institute of Architects. The current economic crisis has affected every American, but it has hit small businesses particularly hard. Architects are, by and large, small business people. 95% of U.S. architecture firms employ 50 or fewer staff. In fact, the vast majority practice in one- or two-person firms. Because of a lack of financing in the private market, public sector work has literally been a lifeline for many small design firms. However, working with GSA and other agencies can be challenging for small firms. Federal agencies are required to procure architectural services through qualifications-based selection under the Brooks Act. The Brooks Act does not mean that price is not a component of the negotiation. The price must be negotiated with the firm that best meets the qualifications for the project. This is similar to how private sector clients select architects for their projects. However, some agencies avoid using Brooks Act by obtaining architects through the Federal Supply Service. To participate in the Federal Supply Service, the contract provider must post a price list for agency use. The agency then determines the best value by reviewing prices and other optional criteria. This quote-unquote best value process is in direct conflict with the Brooks Act because it focuses almost entirely on price and not the qualifications needed to protect the health, safety, and welfare of the people who use the buildings. Moreover, in some states, architects are prohibited from competing on price. This puts architects in an untenable position of either violating ethical obligations or being locked out of the federal marketplace. GSA must cease to use the Federal Supply Service program for architecture as it violates the Brooks Act. Another issue small design firms face is in how GSA selects architects for design-build projects. The rewards are high, but cost to compete is increasingly prohibitive for small firms. To prepare for a design-build competition, an architecture firm spends on average $260,000 by creating plans, models, and other materials. In almost 87% of federal design-build competitions, there are no stipends for the firm. Instead, the firm must hope that they win to make up the lost costs. Agencies have taken advantage of their purchasing power during the recession and have expanded the number of shortlisted teams. In the past, 3 finalists were typical, but now there may be as many as 8 to 10 teams on the final list. The odds of being selected have dropped significantly. Small firms also face competition from larger firms who can more easily absorb the cost. We asked the committee to look at reducing the number of finalists on these types of projects so that all firms participate in this market. Finally, I asked the committee to urge GSA and other agencies to expand the participation of small firms in the GSA Design Excellence Program. My firm has been a successful participant in this program, which streamlines the selection process while stressing creativity in designing buildings, which represent the dignity, vigor, strength, and enterprise of the U.S. government. When we were shortlisted for our project, we were the only small firm competing against 5 large architectural firms. Because we had the talent, the design, and we were a small business, we won. Once under contract, we designed a 475,000 square foot new federal office building in record time, with construction bids coming in below budget. Small firms are competitive. At a time when Federal government is facing unprecedented deficits, we need to ensure that every taxpayer dollar is spent wisely. Ensuring that the most qualified designers are selected at the outset of the project reaps financial benefits and true value for years to come. In conclusion, I would like to thank the members of the subcommittee for giving me the opportunity to testify today and for your dedication helping small business drive the recovery. I am happy to take any questions that the subcommittee may have.
Thank you, Mr. Jacobson. Again, we'll do questions all together at the end. So, Mr. Allen.